Welcome to this video tutorial. Upon opening the project file, this is what you should be seeing. The first thing I will do is double click inside this area over here. So this is the project window. Double click and then you can select a logo to import and just double click your logo like so. And inside your holder _1, this will be the first one that shows in the actual render. So this is the first holder, and if I go to my render composition right over here, which you can access from your render folder, double click to access the composition. Let's select a frame here that showcases what I'm about to say and go further a bit. Alright, so here we can see that this text will be corresponding with holder _1. So double click this to access the composition, and inside this composition you will find a text layer, which you can simply double click to edit the text layer like so. So type your new text, make sure this is nice and centered. You can hold Control and Shift while moving your text around to make sure that this is centered. And if I go back to my render composition over here or from your render folder and select the corresponding frame, you can see now that the text is updated. Of course, here you can also use a logo as well. So if you drop a logo inside this composition, and I'm gonna go ahead and with this logo layer selected, I will press S for scale and readjust my text here and the logo. So I'll drag this over to the side and I'll drag the text over. And if I go back to my render composition, here you can kind of have an idea of how this works. Alright, and scrolling further, if I go to the end here, you can see that this will be my other holder. So this will be holder _2. Alright, and pretty much the same thing will go here. You can either use a logo or a text or a combination of the two. Let's say, for example, I'm just going to use a logo for this. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the previous layer with the logo and press delete. And with this new layer selected, I can press S for scale. And pretty much whatever you place inside this composition will show up here at the end. Alright, so scrolling further through the timeline, you can see that your logo is revealed. This can be text, logo, or both, like I said earlier. And the same goes for the first holder as well. So after you've changed these holders, you can go inside this render composition and you will have a colors layer. So if I go up here at the top, you will have a effects control window, and press F3 on your keyboard to show this window in case you don't have it opened. Alright, so with this layer selected, I can go and change the colors now. So let's choose a frame here that showcases the colors properly. So the first one will be the body. So you can select a new color here. As you can see, I'm scrubbing through this color picker, and you can of course move the color swatch and choose exactly what kind of color you're going for, and then you can hit OK. Then you have additional color for the trails. So one of these trails will be a certain color, and you can change the color for that, as you can see. And then we have the second trails, and you can also change the color for that as well, as you can see here. So you can really create a lot of combinations, and you can give your project a completely different feel depending on what kind of colors you're going for. So after you've done changing the colors as well, you can go to composition. So make sure that you're in render composition before you do this. So go inside composition, go to pre-render, and inside custom AV you can select a file format. I usually go with H.264, which is nice and compressed, and select audio output as well. Don't forget this if you want to export the sound effects as well. Hit OK, and then give your file a name and a location, and then hit render, and you're done. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me using the contact form on my profile, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Until next time.